Terraria has 4 main classes that each weapon falls into. Notice how I said weapon? I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions asking, why did you do this? Are you a masochist? Is it true that you're 6'11"? So to answer that, no. I'm 8 feet, get it right. As for doing this on Master Death, is to shut up all the comment nerds with bad suggestions. And for clickbait. I stream most of this live, so if you ever want to be a part of my shenanigans, make sure to subscribe with notifications because I don't have a real schedule and I just sort of stream whenever. But with that, let the blissful times begin. You already know the drill, random number, demon list, boom, character name. The basic rules for this challenge are that we can utilize any means of damage as long as they're labeled as typeless. Notice how I didn't say weapon? And potions such as a Tesla and Inferno potions. For those of you at home, typeless, or in normal terms, classless damage refers to items that don't deal any specific damage, like melee, range, etc. There aren't very many weapons at our disposal, let alone ones that do damage, but there is a weapon at almost all points in progression, so it's good enough for me. It's not. I'd like to go into detail about every tiny, minute detail leading up to the destruction of our first foe, but that would take too long. Instead, I'm just gonna skip right to the part where I get my first item. Still not calling it a weapon. And notice how I had to craft it instead of just finding it out in the wild? I know some nerd is gonna comment that the flare gun is somewhat of a gray area. The gun itself may deal classless damage, but the ammo deals ranged damage. But just like the argument that guns don't kill only bullets, you are wrong. You are just incredibly incorrect. But anyway, I tried to fight King Slime, not for any particular reason, just to assert my dominance, but I got my ass kicked several times. But instead of getting good at the game, I fished for a Reaver Shark to get my hands on some Hellstone. I'm just not cut out for this game, I guess. I'm only dying because I suck. That's a lie, it's the fucking flare gun. And yeah, it does go hand in hand with each other. If my damage is better, the fight is shorter, making for less of a need to be better. So when you flip those variables, a skill issue really won't get me anywhere in this challenge. And after realizing this, I got my shit together and locked in. I don't think I've gotten him less than half, ever. Well, okay, so the run where I say that I don't think I've ever gotten him half health, ever, is the run where that happens. I think that's pretty funny. I think I've figured out his movements. No, I didn't. Okay, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I'm fucked here. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting nervous. I'm about to toss this whole attempt because I'm nervous. Oh my god. It's over. It's so over. It's so over. It's so over. Yes! 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 Fuck! Oh shit. Oh my god. After, that long, we finally killed our first boss. Most of the drops I didn't really give a shit about, except for the seeds. The corrupt seeds are useful for spreading corrupt grass, but we really don't care about that. Actually, we want to avoid spreading corruption as a whole, but it's required to make unholy water. A throwable water bottle that does a whopping 20 classless damage, which is a significant step up from our stupid shit flare gun. But that's only because I was carried by potions from the brewer. That's literally the only reason I won. I then fought the Eater of Worlds for no particular reason. He wasn't hard at all, and the flare gun was actually pretty good for this fight, so he died pretty quickly. And then we have to fight the Hive Mind. He's kind of an asshole in Infernum, but since this isn't Infernum, he just sits there. That's it. I'll finish him off with the flare gun. I'm gonna be like that. I'm a BM. It's like... Shit! No, we're not flare gunning anymore. I want to end this fight now. Actually, no, we're ending it with the flare gun. Fuck that. Too easy for the go. But now that he's dead, we're now allowed to mine Aerolite, which finally gets us an actual fucking weapon. the Aestheticus. This thing isn't very good, but it's a step up from the flare gun and doesn't come with the corruption risk like Unholy Water, so I took it to fight Queen Bee. The fight went pretty smoothly, but very, very slow. I didn't really need anything from her other than a honeycomb, which she didn't drop, but I didn't really care about it that much as I had other things to do, like killing Skeletron. Unfortunately, my damage output was extremely abysmal. Then someone in chat suggested I fight a Deer Claws for a Bone Helm. It's kind of annoying at first, but I accidentally found a cheese strat where I just stayed directly above him and he wouldn't spawn any attacks other than a few hands, which were pretty easy to dodge. And you're gone. You're gone. You're done. You're donezo. You're donezo bonzo. We got the Bone Helm. However, this Bone Helm wouldn't really help with my damage output as much as I'd really like, but it's still a pretty good thing to have. It didn't help me kill him before day started, but that's a good thing. He's actually significantly easier during the day. Skeletron's contact damage is a one-hit KO, but he becomes a lot slower and has like a gazillion damage reduction. So it really only becomes an endurance test of just dodging for an eternity. Like every other boss, as we will see. Unfortunately, after getting into 1.5%, I tried dashing to my left, my finger was pressed down on my A key, but apparently when you press A, you go right. No! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Sure. Like, the only real explanation I have for this is that I just slightly, ever so slightly, pressed down on my D key. And as an Osu player with a Wooting, my actuation distance is 0.00001 millimeters. I guess. Whatever. We're fucking going again. Under 200. Come on! It's over, pal. It's over. It's over. It's literally over. It's actually over. It's over. Die. Just fucking die. Just die already. Come on. Come fuck. Yeah. I can't even pop off for that one because I literally cheesed him, but like I don't know how it's a mix of emotions for that one. The next boss on our list is Slime God. Really isn't much to say about him. So he's dead. Okay, Wall of Flesh time. Much like my previous 0 DPS challenge, the possibility of this relies solely on the amount of room we have in Hell. This is a medium world. However, since I was playing with the Infernum mod, the Profane Guardian took up the last quarter. But that wouldn't be a problem, right? Okay, so maybe I'll have to hop in a large world. But even with a much bigger world size, I'd still get dangerously close to the edge with a decent chunk of health left. Granted, I'm a shitter, so I never lived to the edge, but I'm sure the extra 3 damage from Adrenaline would have helped. But as we'll see, not even that would matter. So without any other solution, I bit the bullet and nerfed to Revengeance. I really didn't want it to come to this, but there really wasn't anything I could realistically do. And I'm sure there's gonna be even more nerds in my comments saying, well, actually there's this one accessory. Shut the fuck up! Comment Chapstick's Calamity video L, bro. God. No, there's no way! Oh my god. I was almost fucked. That's so funny. That's so funny. Alright, time to do that in the main world. So yeah, no, realistically, there was literally nothing I could do in death mode because I just barely killed the wall in time. So with that, I hopped straight back into my main world and... Oh wow, he died! I can't believe it's possible! The world is now in hard mode, which means enemies are a lot tougher, which makes our Aestheticus even more relevant than it already is. But luckily, there's a weapon we can get almost right off the bat. We just need to mine a bit and slay a few astral creatures, and boom. Our new 9 damage weapon, the Lunatic Eye, which will be glued to our person for the remainder of hard mode until the lunar events. Great! But that's an unpleasant future that I don't want to think about. So to take my mind off of it, I went mining even more to make a fancy schmancy set of palladium armor. I then fought a few wyvern for souls of flight, and with the pixie dust I illegally bought from the black market, I crafted a sleek and sexy pair of fairy wings. I then started my beef with the Queen Slime. Much like King Slime, there wasn't anything I really needed, I just wanted to have the achievement of it. But anyway, I got skill checked several times, so instead I tried fighting Cryogen, but I did like 0 throw damage to him and his shields that he'd regen every 5 seconds, so I gave up and went back to Queen Slime. I got pretty far, but I wasn't good enough to live, and then sometimes she just wouldn't teleport to me and she'd despawn, which was pretty annoying. But after a very long time, I killed her after an almost 20-minute fight. This isn't the longest, I swear. That fight honestly took the life out of me just because it was so fucking boring. But little did I know that Queen Slime was just the tip of the fucking iceberg. But now that Queen Slime's out of the way, I tried going back to Cryogen. Emphasis on try. I'm sure if I didn't just come from a 20+ minute fight of the most boring patterns possible, I'd still have the mental fortitude to bang my head against this Cerno clone for about 2 hours. But nah, I needed something stimulating, something challenging, something required for progression, like a mech boss. No fucking way, that's so lame. The Destroyer? What the hell? What the fuck? What the fuck? That just makes everything more inconvenient. Why does Master Death Mode suck? This sucks. What the hell? So here's the thing. I started this challenge mere days after Calamity's Bountiful Harvest update, which reworks literally every boss in ways I'm not going to get into because I don't care. But the most important rework here is Skeletron Prime. For whatever ungodly reason, the devs thought, let's just make him spawn the other guys. However, at the time I didn't know this was something that happened. I believe that the only reason the Destroyer spawned was because he was going to spawn in naturally and I just missed the message. But that's not the case. But even if I were to ignore the Metal Drake, I'd still run out of time before dealing any serious damage. So as some sort of solution, I went fishing for some crates to get my hands on some orichalcum. Because for those of you who don't know, Calamity reworks hard mode progression, and you can only unlock the next ore tier after killing a mechanical boss. But since we can't really kill anything, this small oversight works out in our favor. That's a lie. So after that dumpster fire of a stream, I made a community post asking for any advice. I only got a few responses, with only one being actually helpful, but eventually I got a full loadout of my replies, so I hopped back in my world to try it out. Unfortunately, I didn't feel like taking the time to fish for titanium, so I just stuck with my orichalcum, but the fight still went pretty smoothly. Upon his death, I was filled with all kinds of confidence. My damage output was significantly better than what it was before, so with that, I decided to actually fish for titanium and eventually got a full set of armor. The defense was slightly worse than the orichalcum set, and the damage also wasn't good, but the bonus would definitely carry me a long way, I thought. Turns out, nah. So I decided to do even more progression skipping by going right for Golem. Rod of Discord wasn't able to teleport in there, but a Whirl Warper could. I made it to Golem's chamber, and as I was about to spawn him in, he wouldn't. Turns out, I'm actually progression locked from Golem. Great! At least I can kill Plantera. That's fine, I guess. Which is exactly what I try to do, but since this wasn't exactly something I thought about beforehand, the arena had some indestructible chlorophyte in the way, which was kind of inconvenient. I mean, it wasn't a problem when I fought Medusa, so it shouldn't be a problem here, right? Yeah, no. So I decided to hop back in my Wall of Flesh world to kill her, as it wasn't in hard mode enough for it to spread. Having this much extra room was great, although when I'd get a little too far, she despawned, so I'd have to start the fight all over again. Which is even more annoying because of how much fucking health she has.
So I guess this is just a procedure for flying support cards. Going into 2023, Phoenix was still one of the most popular cards in the game.
This took 30 minutes. 30 minutes to choke. Fuck. I didn't really want to sit through all that again, so I just decided to put it off for now. But a couple days later, I hit 8,000 subs, so I figured I'd do a special stream, which was just an hour of yap while circling Plantera. The bosses in hard mode would be boring for you. Yeah, they already are. Queen Slime, I was snoring on. Plantera, the first time I was snoring on, but then again, I had a very boring video that I was watching in the background, so... Also, I'm about to die. Yeah. Opinion on meatloaf? This is gonna sound really stupid, but I've never had it. I don't even know what it is. It's literally a loaf made of meat. Oh, no shit. What is a loaf? I know what a loaf is. It's that motherfucker who doesn't make videos. Begs me to make a Minecraft video with him just for him to not edit his. Just for him to make the excuse that he Filmora crashed and deleted all the progress when that's literally not even how it works. Fuck that guy. Nah. This beef goes way beyond sub counts. I hate that guy. Fuck that guy. Loaf, if you're watching this, which you're not, you're on fucking Rainbow Six Siege right now. I hate you. You a bitch. We used to be friends, man. You used to see when I was streaming and then just instantly call me when I'm in the middle of a boss fight. I once asked someone in my school as a dare what's his opinion on the N-word, and he said he was gonna stab me with a pencil. What the fuck? I actually don't even know what happened there. Like, my eyes just stopped paying attention to what was happening on my screen. I started to perceive all the colors as things that have no meaning. I don't fucking know. You have not assigned a hotkey to quality of Terraria's control panel. I fucking don't give a shit. Do I look like a guy who uses quality of Terraria? No. No. Just stop bothering me about it. Yeah, you're very cooked. Jumper's like so easy. I beat that on my Kindle Fire when I was like 8. I need to find that thing again, but I think the last time I tried using it, it just wouldn't even turn on. Like, no matter how hard I tried it, or I tried charging it, like it just wouldn't turn on. I want to know what treasures are on it, like my old worlds and shit, because I know I have some crazy worlds on there that I really want back. I also want to find what levels I made on Geometry Dash, because I know I used to make some crazy shit, especially when I was at my grandma's house or something. I was waiting for my mom to finish yapping with her mom or something, and I made Sky Hero. My first level. I know I have my first ever Terraria world on there, even though I know exactly what the world looks like. It was like a big long house that was over a cave, and I was too scared to actually go caving because I was scared of Terraria Herobrine or some shit like that. I don't know, because I think before I started playing that, like I had a bit of a run-in with Herobrine on Minecraft Pocket Edition, and I was scared that he followed me over to Terraria. I remember this one time, I think I was in like 1st or 2nd grade or something. It was probably 2nd grade. My mom, she was out all weekend or something. Since me and my brother, we were both children, my other mom didn't really want to leave us home alone while she went to work, so she woke us up very early in the morning. It was like 4 in the morning or something. Packed us in the car with a blanket and like some pillows and our Kindle Fire. She drove all the way to fucking buttfuck nowhere, where her fucking Walmart, where she was a eye doctor in some fuck-ass Walmart in the middle of nowhere, 20 trillion billion miles away from our house. And so we had like a big road trip or whatever. Me and my brother were playing Geometry Dash. We were taking turns on it. She packed us in the back room of her work. It was very cold in that room. And me and my brother, we just watched Minecraft and Geometry Dash videos on YouTube. And since there wasn't like a dedicated YouTube app, we had to watch it through the browser, the shitty Kindle browser, and we had to beg our mom to take off parental controls so we could actually go to the web browser and watch YouTube. And then after she got off work, she bought us like a toy or something. That was really cool. And do you remember this one time in, I think 2012 or something? I don't remember why, but me and my mom went to Disney on Ice, and I was playing Minecraft on her phone. I specifically remember, and it was in creative. I was playing creative mode, and this is back before there was a day cycle in creative. I was sitting there for like 15 minutes waiting for it to become night, because my brother told me that night is really scary. And so I made a bunch of houses that were like, it was literally like a 3x3 box. That was the house. 3x3 box with a door. And I was waiting for night and nothing was happening. And then the show started. And that's it. I don't remember anything about the actual show. I don't fucking know what a Disney on Ice is. Other than that, I went to it and don't remember shit. And I'm getting hit by things that I'm not looking for. See, it's that part in the fight that I actually stopped paying attention and I don't know what anything is. Like, how the fuck am I already less than 30%? I literally don't even remember the last, like, 20 minutes of this fight. I yap so hard I don't pay attention. I gotta lock in, though. I gotta lock in. No more yap. I gotta enter that flow state. Fuck, the nerves are so real that I literally can only hear out of one ear. I don't know if that makes any sense, but my left ear just stopped working. my vision's going blurry. My brain actually does not want to focus on this game anymore. Like, the green is actually being burned into my retinas right now. Don't choke. Oh my god, that was such a scary position to be in. I actually don't even know what the fuck was going on. I actually can't even see. My brain is not letting me focus on my character right now. But the fight is actually so over. It's actually so over. She's actually so fucking dead. Point 4. Come on. Last adrenaline. Yeah! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. My whole body is fucking shaking. My whole body is shaking right now. I have to look away from the game. I have to look away from the game. I actually need to close my eyes. Stop. Now that she's down, the Jungle Temple is now formally available to us, including... Damn. Even though the arena was much bigger than a normal Golem chamber, for me it was pretty small. Which is just my massive skill issue talking. It's possible to make it through the whole fight, I'm just not good enough to last that long. But then I remember that my Plantera arena was conveniently right next to Golem's chamber, all on complete accident. So theoretically I could just spawn him in, teleport to my arena. Sure, he's a little enraged, but... that's not that big of a deal, right? Yeah, no, it totally is. It didn't really matter what kind of gear change I do. I really was just gonna have to suck it up and get good. I haven't exactly explained why I'm fighting Golem this early in the game. Well, it's because I can't exactly kill Skeletron Prime before day, which means I don't have any hollowed bars for a pickaxe axe, so Chlorophyte and any of its variants are completely locked away from us until we get a pick saw. But also, Lunatic Cultist is available after Golem, so theoretically I could kill him starting the Lunar events, which means free Nebula fragments to slap onto our Lunatic Eye to upgrade into an Eye of Magnus. This is assuming that Cultist wouldn't give me a swirly. I don't know, I haven't seen his fight. It could be the hardest boss in the game, I actually wouldn't know. But that's a very long ways away, as we're still getting our salad tossed by a giant clay man. This actually fucking sucks, but there's literally nothing else I can realistically do. Until I remembered about a funny item called the Eidolon Tablet, a summoning item for Lunatic Cultists. To obtain this item, I have to kill these fish guys called Eidolists, which spawn pretty low in the abyss. The thing is, the wiki isn't exactly helpful when it comes to the spawn conditions. Wall of Flesh or Calamitas clone? What the fuck does that mean? Okay, so apparently the Wall of Flesh part was a lie, so I'm gonna have to fight Calamitas. I was actually surprised by how easy and quick she was, but upon returning to the Abyss, god damn it, I couldn't find a single Eidolist, so I decided to take another crack at Golem. Nothing really changed. And then I thought, fuck it, maybe I'll get somewhere with the twins, maybe. Well, that's just the confidence boost I needed to take on the Destroyer. The probes were extremely annoying as they weren't affected by any debuffs, and I didn't really have an easy way of killing them, but that's fine, I guess. So I just had to tank their hits, and as long as I didn't hit his head, I'd be in the clear. Except for when I wasn't, but that's besides the point. Since I was able to kill 2 mechs, who's to say I can't kill the 3rd? Okay, so run by me. Why? Fuck that, dude. I'm going back to Golem, which is what I would say if I could survive. So I flip-flopped right back to trying to get this stupid tablet, but again, not a single fish guy would spawn, which made me come to realize that the only reason they weren't spawning was because of how my abyss generated. As I mentioned earlier, I made this world with the Infernum mod, which in addition to deleting a quarter of my hell, also deletes the entire fucking abyss. But since the actual mode wasn't enabled, the reworked spawn mechanics from that mod also weren't enabled, which confused the regular game into thinking the layers just didn't exist. But this is just my own speculation. I could be talking out of my ass for all I know. But it wasn't really that big of a deal because I just had to generate a new world without the Infernum mod, and there we go. An Eidolon tablet is now in our possession. So all that's left to do is boot up my stream and bash my skull against him until he drops dead, right? See, when I look at Lunatic Cultist, I don't think, holy shit, this guy's gonna have 183,000 health. And then I spawn him in, and he's got 183,000 health. I decided to fight him in my other world because, I'll be honest, I was too lazy to make an actual arena in my main world. However, the court change didn't really help with my success, but that's just because I'm bad. My main issue during this fight were the little gooblies he'd spawn after his rituals. In vanilla, he spawns clones during his ritual, and if you hit the right one, you cancel it, making for his clones to despawn, and so do his weird pets. But in this mode, I'll be honest, I have no idea how it worked, but it definitely wasn't anywhere close to that, which was annoying because I couldn't really kill these guys either, so they'd be eating up my DPS, making the fight drag on longer than it really should. Which would be fine if the dragon wasn't a fucking bitch. I need to fact check myself, see if shooting the right one actually works. Oh, he uses actual weapons. God damn, this guy's cheating. How's it going? Horrible. What? This is not... So remember how I made this world specifically for Wall of Flesh? And remember how death mode was physically impossible, which made me nerf to Revengeance? Well, you see, I didn't intend to ever come back to this world, so switching back on death completely skipped my mind, making for me not to notice the different icons. Am I stupid? Yeah! Will I refight Plantera on death mode? Fuck no! I'm not sitting through all that again. These are legit the only fucking changes from Revengeance to death besides damage and health. I apologize for being a cheater pumpkin eater on the count of my dumbass, and I'll fully take the L on this one. But anyway, I still didn't get that far in Cultist. Maybe because it's a harder mode. An autism test live? Alright. Online test for adult autism. Alright. These results indicate that you experience many typical signs of autism. Ah, shit. Thank you for the $8.88. Can we watch Mr. Beast? Yeah.
I just gotta shoot this thing, and I get to be a dad again.
If you fire that flare, I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
I don't get that, like, Mr. Beast, like, they always pick the people with fucking lives for their like, long-term challenges. Like, pick someone like me. I don't got anything going on. Like, fucking, I can survive in the wilderness for as long as I fucking want. What the fuck? Give me my Boy Scout manual and I'll be set for life. I would make Mr. Beast bankrupt. The fuck? Unless he just, like, kidnaps these people. It just finds... He's just walking down the street and then he just sees some random person like, oh, that guy could be good for a video, and then just fucking throws him into the van. And then they drive away, and then they end up on set. Is that what happens? Is that why they leave? Is that why they think they have better things to do? That's fucked up. Yeah. Fuck. This is just kind of annoying. Maybe I'll try Skeletron, maybe. I'm able to shred his health, so. Fuck!
Please die. One of them. Wait, I did it. Did I? Is there a bag? Oh my god. Oh my god, wait, there's a bag. There's a fucking bag. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait, I did it. I actually fucking did it. I did it. I killed fucking Skeletron. Now that we finally killed all the mechs, we now have access to hallowed bars, which I would use to make a pickaxe axe to mine some chlorophyte for a new set of armor. The chlorophyte armor gives me a giant sim crystal that shoots stuff, which is a whole lot better than the orichalcum petals, which is what I would say if Calamity hadn't reworked it. So instead of shooting a silly little leaf that does damage, it instead releases a shockwave that damages enemies and heals players in the radius. Which sounds pretty good, right? Yeah, but for boss fights where I'm constantly moving far from the enemy, this shockwave doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah, it heals, but I never really noticed when using it. And get this right. Defense, -1. Damage, unchanged. Brilliant. Sure helped with cultist, I'll tell you that much. Well, time to visit our old friend Golem. Oh wait, looks like we hit a wall again. I mean, at least there's other bosses that we can access at this point in the game. Good thing the 2 bosses I was eyeballing were big and slow. Perfect for ram dash abusing, which is now probably a good time to actually talk about this crucial tactic for this challenge. Ram dashes make you temporarily invulnerable while dealing a good amount of damage to our opponent. Pair this with a slag splitter pauldron, which empowers your dashes with fire while also exploding them, but also has the crazy ability of inflicting them with the armor crunch debuff, which chips away 85% of their damage reduction, and you're looking at the craziest DPS ever. Not to mention the Lunatic Eyes Marked for Death debuff, which halves enemy damage reduction. The only downside of this, of course, is that I'd have to get up close and personal to dash into them, which is pretty risky when they're shooting all kinds of projectiles and shit, hence why Golem isn't 6 feet under by now. The reason I bring this up now and not earlier is because I forgot. But it's fine. It's not like I killed 5 bosses with it already. Totally. So with the help of this busted tactic of just spamming our shift key, we made quick work of the Leviathan. And soon after, with small dashes here and there, Anahita also fell. These 2 actually dropped a really good accessory for this called the Leviathan Ambergris, which increases our dash velocity by 20%, damages enemies with water, and most importantly, reduces our dash delay by 33%, allowing us to spam shift even more, which would be great for our next boss. But there's still another accessory that they didn't drop. So instead of fighting them again, I bought a shit ton of bags to get the community. I honestly can't be asked to read all of that, but it's very good, take my word for it. But now we're ready to take on our next boss, Astrum Arius. Yeah, that's it. As I do every time I kill something, I get confident. Too confident. My main issue with this guy was his projectiles, which got me thinking, what if he didn't have any? Back when we had the flare gun, there were times where I'd shoot so many flares that I'd accidentally reach the projectile cap, which wouldn't let me shoot anywhere, but so couldn't the enemy. And since I have a direct way of dealing damage with dashes instead of just shooting things, what if I purposely filled up the projectile cap? So I set up an auto clicker, and after a quick shower, it was go time. Shit. My damage was really ass. So I tested it out on a dummy, and yeah, it's just as ass as I figured. So I reloaded the world and noticed there was a significant difference in damage. But I just unloaded all the flares, and I didn't want to AFK another 10 or so minutes to spawn them again, just for them to despawn within 5 minutes. Yeah, I could also fill the projectile cap with beach balls, but you can't stack them, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Never mind, there's a mod for that. And for whatever reason, my damage was actually way better. Unfortunately, I suck major dick at this game. Still. So then I thought, whatever, fuck it. Beach balls are still up. Cultist can't be that bad, right? I mean, he doesn't do any contact damage, so yeah, he really wasn't that bad. This is the only boss I used this, I guess, cheat for, so yeah. Oh hey, Lunar events! Now I can get some nebula fragments for our brand new final weapon, the Eye of Magnus. This thing is literally just the Lunatic Eye. It just does 50 more damage and heals every so often. That's it. Which is good enough for me because I have a bone to pick with a clay bastard. I'm ecstatic. Finally, I have a pick saw, which I'd use to mine some scoria for scoria things, which would be very beneficial for the space worm. No, not the weird guy I have to kill with the copper short sword. I don't actually know when I'm gonna get around to that, but you should subscribe with post notifications for whenever I do get that started. Nah, we're fighting Astrum Deus. I don't like this guy.
Wow. See, it really wasn't that... It was really that easy.
With the death of Astrum Deus, all of the important parts of hard mode are complete, so all that's left to do is clean up the rest of the pillars and then wait until impending doom approaches, which it does.
Moonlord's kind of dead already. Like, he can just give up anytime he wants, really. But, you know, I'll give him a fighting chance. There we go. Wow, first try. Was that like unironically first try?
You see, in the perfect world, I'd be done here. But we live in a world with taxes and lanky box, of course there's more shit to do. So to get started, I mine up some Luminite to craft a set of Solar Flare armor, while upgrading my Angel Treads to Celestial Treads. I then upgrade my Abyssal Amulet into a Luminous Amulet. Then I kill a bunch of Plague guys to make an Alchemical Flask. Now I was ready to dive into Hell to obtain some Unholy Essence, which is an essential crafting material for the Profane Shard, the summoning item for the Profane Guardians. For my first attempt, I tried fighting them in Hell, which wasn't terrible, but in the last phase I ended up getting stuck on the stupid wall of Flesh Box, and I died. I didn't like how claustrophobic it was down there, so I spawned them in my world's hollow and ran all the way to my big arena at the ocean. This attempt was really great and all, just not good enough.
You can die now. Thank you. Oh my god.
So now with those weirdos out of the way, I can now fight their big evil mom, Providence, who was very, very mean. A big plus with this fight is that she didn't deal any contact damage, so I was free to spam dash all I wanted. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get away with it too often because she did have a lot of projectiles, so I died to her. A lot. Which wasn't fun because of how long her stupid fight was, which caused me to burn out pretty easily.
Hello everyone. Hi. She's at 1, so I think it's over. And that, wow. I did just say that I was gonna kill Providence and then dip. But 2 streams in a row. 2 streams in a row where the grind It's supposed to be a grind, but I do it first try. Wow, fuck. That was the first try. That was the first attempt of the day. What the hell? Providence dropped an item called the Rune of Kos, which spawns different bosses depending on where you use it. These bosses are important as they drop materials used for the Cosmic Worm, the summoning item for the Devourer of Gods. Except they aren't important because the Cosmic Worm has an alternate, more accessible recipe. So in theory, we could skip right to him, but I don't wanna. Especially not with this dinky Terragon armor. So instead, I'm gonna fight Polterghast. This is the part where I edit some crappy montage of the fight, but you see my DPS? This fight is long as shit. And I'll be honest, I literally cannot be asked to skim a 40-minute fight for some slightly cool looking parts to sync up to a song. However, if for whatever reason you do want to actually watch this fight, along with every other fight from this challenge, check out the video in the little corner of the description. But anyway, he's dead. Finally. Shit. For you, it was only a couple seconds, but for me, again, it's fucking 40 minutes. I mean, at least I first tried him. I think I'd actually throw my PC out of my window if I had to fight him even more. Anyway, he dropped the rune as souls, which combined with Reaper Teeth from Reaper Sharks, I'd craft a set of Omega Blue armor, which is a really good armor set for me, minus defense, but is also a really good armor set for the worm. Supposedly. I then spent the next stream dying. I did get him in his final phase a couple times, but not to much success. And then I saw the alchemist was selling post-dog weapons, which I totally didn't abuse. They didn't really help that much. And after about 3 hours of bashing my skull against this guy, I figured I'd just call it a day and try again some other time. Which wouldn't actually be for another couple of weeks. I'm not afraid to admit that I was scared, because I was, but I mostly wanted to focus on editing this video so that it could be uploaded by the time I finished the challenge. Wow, Chapstick's trying to get a video out on time? What a surprise. But eventually I got caught up and there was nothing left than to face my fears. Editor, cue the death montage. No way! What? Fuck! No! Oh. No, and I died to the fucking... Pop quiz. If I died a total of 544 times, how many deaths were caused by the space worm? If you answered any of these, you're wrong. I'm incredibly dogshit at this game. So here's the thing. Every single thing in this fight is able to one-shot me, or at the very least cut me down to a level where alcohol poisoning would, for whatever reason, fucking activate. This is a totally accurate graph of all my deaths. The green represents direct hits, the blue represents lasers, and the red here represents unwarranted alcohol poisoning. Some of you may be sitting there and wondering, what the fuck is alcohol poisoning? Well, my dear viewer, Calamity adds several different types of liquor to the game, all with very good stat buffs at the cost of life regen or defense or whatever. However, as a way to balance this, you're only allowed to consume at most 3, or else you'll get a debuff known as alcohol poisoning, which slowly drains your health. Which is very straightforward, except for the fact that I only had 3 active. The thing is, there's another way of activating the debuff, which is when your life regen is in the negatives. The Omega Blue armor set that I've been using completely removes your life regen in favor of life-stealing tentacles. And since our life regen is at 0, take away 0.5 from Moonshine and another 1 point from Tequila Sunrise, and our life regen is at negative 1.5. Which means now, whenever we get hit, we'll be briefly affected with the alcohol poisoning debuff. Which also means that we'll take an extra 50 to 70 damage on top of whatever bullshit hits us. Very fucking cool. Calamity devs, this is an AND gate. Learn it. At this point, I've already accepted that 9 times out of 10, getting hit would result in death, so I removed warding off of everything in favor of becoming a glass cannon and using lucky. However, as I was writing that previous section of the script, I learned that the tentacles, half of my entire damage output, don't actually crit, and during their ult, crits are guaranteed. Well, shit. Now it makes even more sense to me now that the fight duration hadn't really changed. Which, if you recall back to my philosophy of shorter fights equal easier fights, still didn't go so well. I tilted.
A lot. This fight was getting to me. It didn't matter how many good runs I'd have. Eventually I'd slip up and die to some random bullshit.
Wing slot extra or wing slot extra?
Is this cheaty pumpkin eaty? Well, I used it in older videos and no one gave a shit, so no, it's not. I still didn't win. In fact, I enabled this at attempt 229. There's still another 100 plus before victory, don't worry. And since I don't really have anything else to say about this fight, it is with my pleasure to present to you the winning attempt. Come on. It's 4:42 in the morning. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I can't react, dude. I mean, I just did, but I would love to scream so loud. With the death of the Cosmic Deathworm, the 3 hard mode events drop different materials for Ascendant Spirit Essence, which combined with Cosmolite give us a plethora of gear upgrades. But the most important ones are the Amalgam and the Sponge, where the Amalgam is just a better amalgamated brain, and the Sponge basically makes me invincible, as we'll see later when we fight Yharon. But to summon him, we need a Blessed Phoenix Egg, which requires some feathers from a boss we haven't killed. I don't have a jungle arena! I have this one. It's not gonna be horrible, right? See, look at this guy. This guy's a chump. Who needs arena space? Not me. Not me. Was he in Infernum Mode? What? Oh! So after I killed Devourer of Gods, I switched it to Infernum just so I can get the fucking 1000 Cosmolite. And then I just never switched it back. Because I went to bed after that. Did I install Xena's playthrough? I've already done it. I just haven't. I don't have a 10,000 subscribers yet. That was the deal. Get me to 10K and you get the video. All right. GG's. Let's put that back on death. That didn't happen. That did not happen. So now with their feathers, I crafted the summon for Yharon. All right. Ah, shit. I did not mean to spawn him. Whoops. Okay, that one didn't count, but the next attempt definitely did, which went really well. I was mainly being carried by the Sponge. As I said earlier, it made me pretty much invincible, and since I believed in this, I started to get cocky and played very carelessly, so I died. But one of my chatters suggested something about heart statues and ceaseless hunger potions. Heart statues, when activated with an electric signal, spawn a heart item which gives you health, and ceaseless hunger potions pull every dropped item towards you. So if we have a bunch of heart statues set to activate every quarter second and a 30 stack of ceaseless hunger, we can pretty much full heal no matter how much damage we take whenever, wherever. But to actually get ceaseless hunger, we'll have to defeat the ceaseless void, one of the sentinels that we avoided earlier. But I'm sure it'll be fine. We have post-dog gear, it can't be that bad. Whatever, man, I probably don't need it. I'll just set up my contraption and I'll just run over there every time I need health. Never mind. Don't teleport to me. Stop. Okay. Why was that so hard? Well, we have ceaseless hunger. Time to fight this guy, I guess.
I literally cannot die. At all. Just, it's my excuse for playing like slop. Holy fuck. Alright. That's fucked up.
Wow, who knew an infinite life cheese would work? That's crazy. Well, with the knowledge of this cheese, at least I don't have to actually fight the exomechs. Huh? As Chapstick's tradition, we are skipping exomechs because they are... Do you see my damage? I'm at the final stretch of the game. Do you really think I'm gonna do all that? Nah! Which brings us to the grand finale. Is it corny to say I didn't think we'd make it this far? Yeah. I mean, I knew I'd get here eventually, just didn't think it'd come so soon. Which makes me even more surprised to know that this challenge was well over a month in the making. My longest challenge by far. So it's bittersweet knowing that it all ends right here.
Flying around. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I died.
Nope, doesn't count. Try again.
No future if I lose here. Your future is to go into like some shitty montage. Ah, you motherfucker! You weirdo, you. And that path also has no future. Even if he has thrown all else away, his power remains. I have no more energy left to resent him or you. It'll all be on your hands now. Supreme Calamitas has been defeated. Let's fucking go! Yeah!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you beat Calamity Master Death Mode with only classless weapons. Was it tough? Yeah. Am I annoyed by finding out the devs removed the only actually viable classless weapons? A little. Was this a good introduction to Master Death Mode? No, far from it. Pro tip, if you're gonna do something stupid, don't do it on a mode you've never played before. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you're not already, please make sure to subscribe. I made sure to put an extra amount of blood, sweat, and tears into this one, and having that number go up would be really good for my extremely fragile ego. And that's it. Cue the outro.